Right, in this video I'm going to be using what I think a tool that is highly underrated, and that is the glue gun. Now I'm going to be using it to repair, just to show you the versatility of it, to repair this corner on this briefcase suitcase. Now it's split right the way through. It'll be tempting to put maybe some sort of tape on the inside, such as Gorilla tape or something, but I think it's not going to work that well if I do. Okay, so I think cross-threaded glue guns going across, because it's a fluid at the point of contact, it's going to seep into these gaps here, and when it dries it's going to be really good. It's going to create some sort of really strong corner there. Also to vary the versatility of it, I am going to be doing and fixing the bumper on my Honda Civic. So that this comes first, so you can be quite creative with a glue gun, and this one is only £10 at Screwfix, so they're really cheap and underused and underrated. And these were, I think it was £5.99. So these are the more expensive part. This is more expensive part for part than the actual gun itself. So the stiffness of this is what you're going to get once it's dried. It just melts, doesn't burn, and it just dries rock hard. So first thing to do is unpack it. I haven't taken it out of the package yet. Alright, so let's cut that one open. Alright, so comes with a plug, and then this Titan one has a long lead to it. It's got a narrow aperture, and it takes 11mm glue sticks. So I've used Titan products before. Mainly I bought an angle grinder, and that was really good. I've used it lots and lots, and it's powerful, strong, very cheap, much cheaper than the competition. So I think it says it's a 25 watt power, so it's going to take a while to heat up, and it'll be difficult to show you, but I'm going to roughly guess it's about 2 meter. It's a 2 meter cable. So you should have a stand that you put on reaching inside the package. My guess is, because I never read instructions, it's this bit here. So we'll put it on the stand, its own stand. And my guess is heat up the glue gun first and then put the stick in. Right, so let's give it some minutes, and let's time it. Let's say 5 minutes later I'll come back. Right, they're really easy to use. So 5 minutes later I'm going to insert this, and this is a mechanical version of one. All you do is as you pull on the trigger, it should just grip it. There's just puffs of smoke. It's just going to drag the glue stick into it. Eventually it should come out. So here we go. We get a blob of glue come out. It's a blob of glue, and it's going to dry nice and hard. I like it because it's see-through as well. I can hardly tell there's a repair done it. It's not hot enough to melt like a polyester fabric, perhaps, what this is. On this particular job I am going to be, number one, testing this machine so I can use on the bumper on the Ford, sorry, on the Civic. It's going to be a much more difficult job, because I'm going to build like a bracket, and I'm going to checking it for its runniness. When you finish with it, this stick should be removed. But once you switch on from the machine again, oh no, you don't. You can just leave it. Once you switch on the machine, it will start to melt whatever's in there, so there's no problem. It doesn't burn anything. So I'm just going to fill up any spaces here. So I applied quite a lot, and it just needs to dry. That's all that is. And so a few minutes time, let's see the results in a few. Alright, and that's pretty solid, and so it's both solid and very flexible and pretty strong. That's going to hold it in. Next I'm going to be waiting a few days and I'll be doing the car bumper. So part one's, oh, by the way, other side done now. There's no need to try and clean it out or anything. I just turn it off. It's going to dribble a little bit at the edge as it dries off, as it cools down. I mean, just let it dribble on something that catches it, and next time you use it, it's just going to heat up and it's going to become liquefied afterwards. Right, so on to part two. Right, let's see how good the glue gun is for the rest of the video. I'm going to try and make these two clips here, so I remember the look of them, over here. So I've got remnants of one, non-existent on the other, and this looks like this yellow stuff here might need to come off because it's getting in the way, I think. I'm just going to have another look at the other side. So it's just a small hole as it tapers up, just a small hole on that side. Yeah, different sort of complete. Well, that hole is there, so why does it not clip on? So we've got one hole. It's on top of here. This clip, so it looks like this clip is present, but that hole is present for that clip, and this one, which is the other hole, is missing, so it's popping through. So it's actually quite a fairly easy fix. I'm just going to glue it across there. Right, so let's get a glue gun. So a little setup, warm up the glue gun. I'm just going to give a little kind of edge there, and a little edge there, a little edge there, and wedge them, kind of get them closer together and match them. And every time I do it, I'm going to let it dry. It's going to take a little while, and it shouldn't be too big, otherwise it's not going to fit in that hole up there. Okay. I'm not sure this stuff here is going to do it any good. Now, someone's just gone and glued two halves ago. I'm going to remove that actually. Right, I've kind of built it up so that it kind of similarly matches the other side. It's similar, it's not perfect. So done with cable ties, and they've got a little grip on them, haven't they? That's on the end of the cable ties, got grippy sides. It's similar. Fingers crossed that's how it works. Alright, okay, I pushed that in there and it stayed in there. So, don't know. I'm not sure I'm doing this right because I haven't taken off I haven't put back the central portion yet. So sometimes I don't always do things in reverse. I can see very clearly where the clips are with a bump off like this. And this side should just slip in. Just straight into the clips. Oh Jesus, what did I just snap? Oh Jesus, I snapped off the top there. This is the sort of thing you can't do with. At least that one sits in there properly. Unless that one's got a screw to hold it in. Right, so let's have a look. When the plastic gets old, it gets brittle. This side's got a screw to hold itself in as well. I think it's going to hold. That's the thing with plastic parts. Didn't put any force on it, oddly, and it just crumbled off the top of that. But it was the opposite. Remember the two clips, one there, and it's the other one, the one that's closest to the screw, which should be okay. Right, okay, effectiveness of the glue gun.